What's up? It's your boy, Big Reg, coming to you once again from the shadow of the Big House in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Uh, it's Wednesday night, and we're just getting ready for the game against Indiana. It's gonna be a night game. Should be fun. We'll see what happens. Uh, Not as much juice for this game as it was for the last game. So, yeah, but we'll still talk about it, I guess. Joining tonight is there's not much here. Let's be honest. As a result, two people didn't even bother to show up, but it is what it is. I guess we'll go ahead with the people that we have. I'm not promising much, but we'll see what we get. First, producer JB.
We were robbed. We were robbed last week.
Alrighty then. And also joining us tonight, JC from Sunnyside.
Holy smokes, Big Reg saying just because we don't have two guests here that he's not expecting much. Come on, Big Reg.
No,
Big Reg.
Not because of who's not here. I'm just saying there's no meat to chew on with this game. I mean, we're playing against a horrible Indiana team. They're having a bad year. It's not much there. But yeah, I mean, we have to play it. It's legally binding contracts in play. So, I don't even know who's playing for Indiana. Their quarterback, I think he's still injured. His backup is injured as well. So I don't know. Maybe they're holding open tryouts right now in Bloomington. I mean, with that kind of disarray, I'm sure Aiden Hutchinson and company will have a heck of a day. Ojabo probably be feasting and adding to his, season total of sacks. But I mean, I'm not sure what to say about this one. Well, we're playing Indiana, in case you were wondering.
What I love about this team. It stung. Saturday was a tough one. You look back and all the miscues and the way we shot ourselves in the foot. But they called a players-only meeting. And they said, we're not playing the blame game. Even though the shadow of the Big House passed out some blame balls.
Well, I didn't. You guys.
The players in the players-only meeting, they were like, no blame balls here. Right? We each own what's going to happen with the season. And I believe that they're going to show out this Saturday. Yes, it's a depleted Indiana team. It's not the same Indiana team as last year, but I think we're going to come with the fire. And Ojabo, like you said, Aiden Hutchinson, the D-line, we're going to get back to the trenches, run the ball. There's a different culture with the Wolverines, with Mike Hart. They'll be prepared to bounce back.
It's going to be dangerous, I think, for this game because obviously emotionally we've been let down and you have to muster spirits. But like JC from Sunnyside said, it could have just been another week and then we get to this game. But because of this players-only meeting, I think this is the rally cry to figure out what they can do as players to get past this and to move forward. And so I think that's the part where I would love to see just some differences in what we're doing that we've done before and what we should be doing. This is an Indiana team, even though they don't have their starter quarterback. I mean, just last game, they scored 35 points. They lost to Maryland 38-35. The running back had 136 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hendershot, who we've seen before, he had 2 touchdowns, 106 yards. Freifogel, he's always given us trouble in prior 4 receptions for 78 yards. I don't think this is just a blowout. I think this is really a really good test to see what we're made of and see if this steel spine of the Michigan football team is going to continue onwards. So I can't just sit there and say that this is going to be a blowout. This is going to be another test of what's going to happen. Their record is horrible, but if you look at all the games that they've played, there's similarities in terms of, one, they had a close game against Michigan State. They had a close game against Cincinnati earlier in the season. So these kind of things kind of share with us that this is a team that has horrible outcomes, but they stay in the game. So that's something that we're going to need to be aware of and make sure. This is not an easy win either. Like, we're going to have to keep fighting and see what we're made of for this. This is a second to last home game. A lot of the Michigan fans are going to be out there. It's going to be a night game, 7:30. So we'll see what this team is going to bounce back with.
They don't have a quarterback. Like, remember when Nick Sheridan was our quarterback? Remember when Stephen Threet was our quarterback? Like, we just had no chance. No chance. I think that's going to be Indiana. Like, they may have a decent team, but their top 2 quarterbacks are done. And the third stringer, I mean, it's feasting time. Feasting time.
I think this team is going to give us a little bit of a run, so we'll see what happens. But any of the coaches, like we've been seeing before, Mike Hart, Ron Bellamy, I mean, I think the culture itself is still vibrant, and it's a tough loss to swallow against a rival, but it just feels different than like a last year. After we might have lost at a game, we lost to Michigan State last year. It just felt like things were going downhill. And I think, again, this is where the little seeds of hope still come through. They're still growing a little bit. So let's see what this team is made up and see what the second half of the schedule will result in.
Well, they talked about hope. All the things that they want to attain are still in front of them. They said that, but then the BCS rankings came out. The college playoff rankings came out. And number 7. And they probably perked up and said, yo, we got everything to still play for. I'm telling you. I think they're going to put the loss behind them and caught fire.
I think the ranking itself is disillusionment. Forget those rankings, win the effing game, and move forward. One game at a time, smash the opponent, whoever it is in front of us. Let's keep going. I want to go to Maryland being, 10-1. Please.
Big Reg seems just as excited as his opening remarks. Holy smokes.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing an Indiana team that's probably going to start their third string quarterback. Come on, man. I mean, come on, man. I sound like squarehead, but come on, man. Yeah. If we don't kill them on Saturday, then yeah. there's serious issues. Come on. Team playing quarterback for them.
Steven 3, not Sedell. Who's Sedell?
This ain't much of a game. Remember Sedell 3 from the Supersonics?
Oh, that's who he's talking about.
Oh man, yeah. This game, it's obviously you can't say who cares. You have to care because it's a Big Ten matchup, and they obviously have to win. But yeah, as far as like, yeah. This we should almost call up Tom Allen and be like, hey, can you help us out? Prepare for the rest of the season. Run some hurry up offense, no huddle, that kind of stuff, so we could practice against that. But other than that, I don't know. Just I'm not very excited about this game.
Well, going to the game this Saturday, so I'm hoping to see some fireworks from our offense and obviously a shutdown on the defense. Show what you are made of. Let's knock this one out. Let's make sure that we can make sure we're going step by step. Goals are still ahead of us. Why do I sound like JC from Sunnyside right now? Everything is still in front of us.
What I do want to see is I want us to build on our passing game, right? Continue to develop. Number one, Andrew Anthony. I don't know if I want to go back to like 90% of our plays being a run play. I think we're going to need a balanced attack against Penn State and Ohio State. So let's work those things out. Let's get Blake Corum back involved, right? Get his mojo back up, right? Get his confidence level back up. And Donovan Warren. I don't know what's Donovan Edwards. I don't know what his deal is. I don't know if he's going to play, if he's going to show up to the stadium. I mean,
oh, gosh. Oh, pressing this made up story right now.
He needs to really think about the team, and not just about himself.
Oh, goodness. Well, I mean, let's put it this way. Mike Hart, our running backs coach, that's like inside information right now. We have so much that we know of already. And again, it's weird that you mentioned Nick Sheridan because I believe Nick Sheridan is still the offensive coordinator there. And he was dialing up some wonderful plays a couple years ago. This year they have issues, obviously, because of injury. But, hey, it's nothing to just kind of say that nothing's going to happen. They're gonna come out with stuff. They're going to try to test us. And I think that's also a really great experience for these kids to be able to do that. I'm over last week. I'm over it. I'm waiting for the second half of this season to finish up what the final run looks like. And I'll tell you, after I've gotten over the disappointment from last week, it's brought new perspective on what I should be expecting for the end of this season. And there's nothing but hope that's possible. Hope that could make this possible. I don't know. I just feel more hopeful now that almost the pressure of maintaining this record and trying to overachieve on what it is. Show us what you're made of. Let's go. Let's go blue. Let's get past Indiana. Boom.
Yeah, I mean, we could say the most dangerous animal was a wounded animal. This was a good lesson, and sometimes we need lessons like this to do something great. I'm still not over the MSU loss. I gotta be honest. I'm still not over it. I think I try to convince myself, and I try to move on, but I'll be honest. Shout out to the Big House fans. I'm I'm still crushed. I'm still crushed by the loss.
Let's go. Move on. Move on. Next game. Next game. Wow, so silent out there.
Big Reg. Big Reg. Are
Yeah.
you replaying the JJ fumble in your head?
No.
Are you replaying Cade's throw high off of Shoemaker?
No.
Are you replaying the 5
What?
touchdowns? Are you replaying the illegal substitutions over and over and over again?
Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
Anyways, while he's in sorrow like that, we got 3 huge comments on the previous board last time. Andrew Fowler mentions, Cade changed my mind. He can win us games and McCarthy will be good. But why, when Cade is playing, was he taken out? Anthony is going to be good for us. Defense is going to have to step up to beat Penn State and the other guys. Dan K finally drops a note. Killer was a 4th down and 4 yards to go, and the perfect pass over Daxton Hill. A stop there, and the outcome is totally different. And also, 5 reviews in a row go against Michigan and the ridiculous reversal on the TD fumble recovery, where no TV angle could show indisputable evidence that the shin was down. Thanks, Dan K, for your comment out there. And lastly, our brother Andy out on the West Coast, he writes, neither of us nor them were actually worth our ranking, but we are evenly matched, and it was a great game to watch. Ultimately, one team had to win, and I believe the tougher team won. Michigan had a limited amount of offensive juice. We often run out of it before the clock does. When you're playing weak teams, that's enough to win. Not yesterday. But hey, it's a game. All of us, we just watch and talk. I feel really bad for the players. I tell them not to listen to the haters and the groaners. They play for each other and no one else. Cade does enough. I'm over all the criticism of him. Did you watch the pregame story on him? He's faced this kind of skepticism all his life. All these adults booing a kid. That's dumb. Wow. Deep thoughts from our brother Andy, who usually doesn't
I
have.
know. Andy must have been really impacted by this game. You know, he wasn't on the throne when typing this comment.
Not on the throne for that one.
Come on, Big Reg, take us home. Let's do some predictions. Some predictions. Come on. Get me out of the doldrums here.
Seriously.
Let's see. Michigan 48, Indiana 6.
Jeez Louise. I'm gonna have to say that Indiana's still gonna have some grit. They got nothing to lose, obviously, so they're gonna play wild and free and try to get whatever's possible out there. They're gonna try to do some of the things that other teams have been doing against us as well. So I can imagine them picking up the tempo. I'm gonna go Michigan 35, Indiana 21.
21. That would be concerning that we would give up 21 points against a third-string quarterback. Anyway, I think we're too much for them in the trenches. I think we're too much for them on defense. I think their offense is going to sputter all night long. Michigan 41, Indiana 10.
So shellacking over there on there. Well, YouTube viewers, any of our commenters, we want to know, we want to hear from you. What are you thinking after this MSU game? How are you feeling about this Indiana game? How are you feeling about this team? Drop a comment down on the area below. Click to like, click to subscribe, because we're looking for you guys to help us get through to the next game. Let us know your thoughts about this Michigan team. Drop it out. I don't know what he's thinking about. There's something brewing.
What?
Let it out, Big Reg. Just let it out. Just let it out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. There's nothing else. Okay, well, I guess it's a wrap. We got our predictions and Saturday night. So, anyway, that'll do it. Go Blue.
Go Blue!
Go blue. Go blue.